Nestled off of Scenic County Road T61, you will find Anderson Hill Cemetery. Wander into the cemetery and look closely, and you will find Addie Anderson, resting peacefully with the rest of her family. Addie was only 22 years old when she died in 1864. But look even closer, past the inscription on the gravestone, and you will find something even more telling.
Every gravestone tells a story about an individual, but the cemetery as a whole will tell you a lot about what the community or the area was like at the time.
Beverly Bethune is a local preservationist, an expert in all things related to pioneer cemeteries in Wapello County.
It tells you that Jeremiah died in February of 1862, and you see a little lamb here at the top. Lambs were always used at that time period to represent innocence, so you see a lot of those on children's graves.
Reading between the lines of gravestone inscriptions and seeing the bigger story is her specialty.
Chances are these children here died of a contagious disease, not something chronic.
In Iowa, pioneer cemeteries are classified as ones that have seen fewer than 5 burials in the last 50 years. And Mother Nature has not been kind to them.
You can see as this hillside has eroded over time, this gravestone, which at one time would have been quite impressive with the Masonic insignia on it, has fallen into pieces, and then the grave itself is compromised.
Historical pioneer cemeteries can be preserved, but that takes money and manpower. Two things the townships that are responsible for the cemeteries just don't have.
They don't have a budget that would allow them to put a lot into preservation. And that's where volunteers have to come in.
Boy Scout troops, 4-H groups, and other residents have all pitched in to preserve the easily overlooked grave sites of pioneers. And more volunteers are needed before the memories of the past are completely eroded away.
Once they get on the ground, the gravestone's going to be covered up very quickly, and you will lose sight of it altogether. And unless you have good records of who's buried where, you wouldn't even remember there was a grave here.
For Beverly, preserving these pioneer graves goes deeper than just remembering people like Addie Anderson. It's about honoring a time period, hearing their stories, and heeding the lessons they still teach us to this day. Reporting in Wapello County, Iowa, Matt Thielke, KTVO News.